Well, you're watching Bizworld and I'm Muhammed Ahmad Hamdan. Malaysia's economy has registered a stronger growth of 5% for the first quarter of this year versus a contraction of 0.5% in the same quarter last year. The positive economic performance was mainly driven by consumption activities amid recovery in labour market conditions.
The performance of our economy in the first quarter this year does reinforce the fact that our recovery is on track. And with the reopening of the economy, we saw further improvement in domestic demand, especially private sector spending, and our export sector continues to grow at double digits. So, secondly, the reopening of the international borders is expected to drive tourism activity further. Tourist arrivals, according to my statistics here, have more than tripled in the first 2 months this year.
The improvement also reflects the recovery in the job market, with the unemployment rate declining further to 4.1%, as well as continued policy support. Meanwhile, headline inflation moderated to 2.2% during the quarter from 3.2% in the last quarter. Meanwhile, the governor stressed that pegging the ringgit will not be in the best interest of Malaysia. The move, Tan Sri Nur Syamsiah said, will pose substantial risks, one of which is mirroring the monetary policy of the country that the local currency is pegged against.
So maintaining a peg is a very costly policy because it will also take up a sizable amount of our reserves, especially during stress conditions. And this ultimately would weaken our external resilience. So applying a peg would have detrimental impact to investor sentiment, affecting not only FDI coming into Malaysia, but it would also likely exacerbate capital outflows from Malaysia.
The governor added that the central bank is in the market to ensure that there is no excessive volatility in the exchange rate and the conditions in the financial markets continue to be orderly. The ringgit depreciated amid a broad US dollar strength, reflecting higher US interest rates and increased investor risk aversion. Ringgit depreciated alongside other currencies, which include Australian dollar, euro, Thai baht, pounds and yen. Now, Fitch Solutions expects another 25 basis points worth of interest rate hikes as Bank Negara aims to rebuild policy buffers and maintain ringgit stability. The firm said the economy is still likely to post a robust recovery this year, for which it forecasts 5.6% real GDP growth, providing the central bank with sufficient policy room to normalise its monetary policy. Fitch Solutions added while inflation appears to be well contained by government subsidies and price controls for key essential items and fuel, the ringgit has depreciated by 4.1% since April, and further losses could feed through to higher imported inflation, lowering the purchasing power of consumers. Economic recovery prospects in Southeast Asia are encouraging amid the post-COVID-19 pandemic, but not without persistent risks. Asian Development Bank Director General for Southeast Asia, Ramesh Subramaniam, said the risks to recovery prospects in the region included the Russian-Ukrainian conflicts and emergence of coronavirus variants. However, supporting industries with a competitive advantage to propel inclusive recovery will encourage an enabling business environment and improve infrastructure. The pandemic also has created new challenges for the tourism industry as well. Thus, to rebuild the industry, ADB recommends restoring tourism demand through strong marketing campaigns, safer travel standards, and more diversified tourism offerings. Moving on, Sarawak will engage seriously with Norway in an effort towards the successful formation and management of its own sovereign wealth fund. Sarawak Premier Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said the state was particularly interested in the lessons to be learned from Norway, given that it had around 25 years of experience in developing its fund. In a statement issued from Oslo, Tan Sri Abang Johari said the state government had benchmarked many similar funds around the world and had found that after Norwegians being the largest with renowned good governance practices and clear policies in fund management. He added that Norway and Sarawak were both large and sparsely populated and blessed with considerable natural resources, particularly oil and gas, and hydropower shared many common attributes. Sarawak also aims to become Malaysia's leading territory in energy transition, moving away from fossil fuels dependence. And that's all for Bizworld today. I'm Muhammed. Hamdan. Thank you for investing your time with us.